G'day! How's it going? Welcome to Pints with Aquinas. My name's Matt Fradd, and this is my really cool background. Maybe not, but the reason it's there is just to kind of prevent you from seeing just how disgusting my background currently is. Let me know what you think of that, though. Ha ha ha! I don't know. Today I want to talk about ghosts. Because Halloween and All Souls Day, that sort of thing, we're seeing images of ghosts and stuff, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about that. I looked up in the Summa, in the supplemental section of the Summa Theologiae, and I saw that Thomas Aquinas has some things to say about ghosts. So actually, I really should have chosen a better background screen, because there's nothing scary about this background screen. What if I did this one? Come on, let's see if this will work. That one! You might think nothing scary about that. Oh yeah? What about now? That's a ghost waving at you. That's... Alright. What about this one? Is that scary? You tell me! Alright, let's see if I... Oh, come on. That's just bloody terrifying. That looks like those kings from the Lord of the Rings. Alright though, let's go back to this one. Boom! Alright, so whether that's spooky or not, too bad. That's what we're doing. How's it going? Welcome. Alright, let's talk about ghosts. Before we do that though, I want to let you guys know about Exodus 90, which is starting again on January 9th. It's an ascetical program for men if you want to take your spiritual life to the next level. Exodus90.com/Matt. Click the link in the description below and you'll be set to jet. January 9th might sound like a long way away. It's really not. You can start up today, start to prepare, find a few fellas to do it with, and I think you'll find it very good. A lot of people have found it excellent, actually, very helpful. There was independent research done that shows that Exodus men, after they've completed Exodus 90, check this out, they find a dramatic decrease in time spent on their phones, stronger satisfaction rates for their marriages, improved relationships with their kids. Yes, I am going to clap at every point that I make. A more focused and intentional prayer life. Check them out. Exodus90.com/Matt if you want to take, your spiritual life to the next level. All right, let's look at what Aquinas has to say about ghosts. Now, before we actually look at that, let's look at what the definition of ghost is. An apparition of a dead person which is believed to appear or become manifest to the living. Now, just saying that out loud, I realized that this would include every saint who has ever appeared to the living, right? What is that? Like when a saint appears to the living, like the Blessed Virgin Mary or some other saint, this is an apparition of a dead person. Now, obviously, the saints in heaven aren't dead. They're more alive than we are. But we're talking about those who have died, left this earth, this reality, and they are appearing or becoming manifest to the living. So I know that might sound a bit disrespectful because you hear of ghosts and you think of something like from Ghostbusters, but that's all a ghost is. It's someone who has died, who is now appearing or becoming manifest to the living. So yes, the church is open to the existence of ghosts. That was a horn that blared outside of my dooflecky. All right, here's what Aquinas has to say. First, he says that according to the natural course, the separated souls consigned to their respective abodes, be that heaven or hell or even those going through purgation, are utterly cut off from communication with the living. You might think, well, how is that the case? Why are they utterly cut off? Because according to the course of course of nature, men living in mortal bodies are not immediately united to separate substances, since their entire knowledge arises from the senses. So when a man or a woman dies, before the final judgment, they are without their bodies. And so, difficult to talk with the living without one, I would say. So according to the course of nature, right, the natural course, they are totally separated. All right, and then Aquinas says, nor would it be fitting for them to leave their abodes for any purpose other than to take part in the affairs of the living. Fair enough, you've got the abode of the dead, the abode of the living, that pretty much sums it up. So what are you doing leaving there unless you're going to be communicating or manifesting to the living? Nevertheless, according to the disposition of divine providence, separated souls sometimes come forth from their abode and appear to men, as Augustine in the book quoted above, relates to the martyr Felix, who appeared visibly to the people of Nola when they were besieged by the barbarians. It's also credible that this may occur sometimes to the damned, okay? So we've taken care of those in heaven, right? So the saints, Felix, the Blessed Virgin Mary, and others may appear visibly to people on earth. He says that this is also true, or could also be true, of the damned in hell. Why? Why would God allow them to appear to the living? He says this, for man's instruction and intimidation, they may be permitted to appear to the living. So that's kind of terrifying. Have a good sleep tonight, won't you? Or again, in order to seek our suffrages as to those who are detained in purgatory. By the by, my sister and I have a little podcast called Sibling Horror, and I just wrote and performed a ghost story, and if you click the link in the description below, you can listen to it. I think it's pretty good. It's getting some good feedback. I enjoy writing little stories and performing them, believe it or not. But this would be an example in that story of someone in purgatory appealing to the living. Anyway, I'll let you watch it. Not watch it. Listen to it. Let me know what you think. But Aquinas says this is also the case. So right now we've seen that God may permit someone from heaven to manifest to the living, someone from hell to manifest to the living, and someone from purgatory to manifest to the living, and for different reasons. All right, so those who are detained in purgatory may appear to the living, as evidenced by many instances related in the 4th book of the Dialogues. There is, however, this difference between the saints and the damned, that the saints can appear when they will to the living, but not the damned. For even as the saints, while living in the flesh, are able by the gifts of gratuitous grace to heal and work wonders, which can only be done miraculously by divine power, and cannot be done by those who lack this gift, so it is not unfitting for the souls of the saints to be endowed with a power and virtue of their glory, so that they are able to appear wondrously to the living when they will, while others are unable to do so unless they be sometimes permitted. All right, so fair enough. So he seems to be saying that whereas a saint in heaven can choose to manifest himself or herself to the living at will, that this isn't the case with the damned, and presumably with those in purgatory, unless they be permitted by God. So there you go. Ghosts are real. Now, I got a question I want to ask you, and I'm a little nervous about the answer. Well, not that nervous, I suppose, but have you ever had an experience of a ghost? Serious question. If you have, let me know in the comment section below, and I'd be really interested to learn about that. Some chitter-chatter's going on here. Let's see what people are saying. We'll throw this up on the screen if we can. Oh, but not there. That's right in the middle of my face. I actually told a priest about a ghost in the basement of our rectory years ago. It's a long story. Ooh, let us know in the comment section below. I'd love to learn about it. Saints wouldn't be ghosts, though, since they're alive in Christ, right? Yeah, I kind of addressed that. When we say that a ghost is an example of the dead manifesting to the living, we're not making the claim that they aren't alive with God or even conscious in hell. You know, these things are the case, but just that they've died, left this earth, and are appearing to the living. Mark says, please tell Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh denying the existence of ghosts, is he? All right. Many have seen Padre Pio after his death, says Sue. Okay. Ghosts are real, simple as. Okay. I don't seek ghosts, they seek me. Yeah, I mean, we should probably say at this point that people can obviously have an unhealthy fascination of of ghosts, of apparitions, just like they can have an unhealthy fascination of the demonic. Certainly not encouraging that. When I invite you to share with me below if, you've experienced a ghost or think you have. Jonathan says, saints do manifest in dreams. All right. I don't think I have, this person says. I've had experiences with the supernatural. I cannot say if it was a ghost or demonic in nature. Fair enough. Hey, unrelated question. But does Pints have a Discord server? No. I barely know what Discord is, not going to lie. Mrs. Scott says, my husband was an 18th century reenacting, and during a battle in the midst of fog saw ghost soldiers. He wasn't the only one. Wow. Well, friends, I hope you have a lovely day. 2 things I need you to tell me. What do you think of this background business? Because I'm probably going to have to do it more because of limitations with my set. But also, have you ever experienced a ghost? Let me know below. I really will read them. I'm excited to see what you have to say. But just remember, I've written a ghost story and I've performed it below. Click that. Let me know what you think about that in the YouTube comment section. And also check out Exodus 90, like I already mentioned. Exodus 90, because they're really great. I'm not just saying that because they're paying me. The payment helps. You understand. But they are actually excellent. God bless you. Bye.